Previously on Trenton's Collections.
We're here at our appointment for oboe first, or best offer. Well, this is a weird situation we're kind of put in, and I was like, can we just come back and forth, so that way, because we have some more things we're going to do, and he was like, yeah, we can do that, so we're just going to try to come back here in a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and go.
Alright, y'all, we just pulled up to Alabama Game Exchange. Over there we got CDs, and you can see these nuts.
You got me with one.
Get fucked.
Hey, what's up, Dad?
We're just looking for right now.
Fair enough. You know the drill there.
Hey, it's not an issue if I do filming in here, is it?
Oh, shit.
Okay, cool.
I'm not Nathan, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, bro. Great.
Dude, okay, I've seen like 3 Alvin and the Chipmunk games in the last 2 days.
Oh, there's 2 more.
Yeah, one was on the Wii, and one was on the Kinect. Like, there was one for Chipwreck. This.
What systems are you guys shopping for?
Honestly, you know, I have a big list, so it's kind of a little bit of everything, so.
Driving.
Well.
I on the harder to find shit. That big is the common trash season.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
So, like, driving harder to find shit.
Well.
You look for RPGs, platformers, horror games, stuff for harder to find systems. Like, what are you looking for?
Well. You have Godzilla for the PS4?
Not currently. That is about a week ago. It lasted about 2 hours.
We have some of those original seals. You know what? Maybe you might be able to answer me a question. Do you have Spider for the PS1?
Yeah.
Is it over here, or you got locked up?
It's in the case. It's in a box.
Well, yeah.
Where the fuck did you go? There you are.
Ooh,
And of course, all of our discs 100% scratch free.
awesome.
Because that's why I have $30,000 worth of disc resurfacing machinery.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Why would I sell bullshit?
I might actually set that aside. Get that for sure, because that's one I've been looking for a while. But
That's a
I can't find it
badass
anyway.
game.
Yeah.
That is a badass game.
Trent, it's a Breath of the Wild that's priced correctly.
What?
This instead of 60, 70 fucking dollars.
Why would anyone price that shit for 60, 70 bucks?
I don't know.
To be fair, that one's sealed.
It's just how Nintendo is doing their pricing this generation.
Yeah, like Pokemon. None of the, I love Pokemon. It's my favorite game series, but it does not need to be $60.
Well, to be fair, Nintendo doesn't have to price drop their franchises.
Yes, you're gonna buy it anyways.
Yes. Or you can find better games to play.
Fair enough, yeah.
Like, just being honest, I assume since you play Pokemans, you have a Game Boy and you can play the Dragon Warrior Monster series, which is vastly superior to Pokemans. You can play Robopawn, you can play Mega Man Battle Network. Like, there's a bunch of Arc Arena, part of the Arcalad collection. The game that basically inspired the entire gameplay aspect of Pokemon.
Can I see that Mario Golf actually?
Sure.
One of my buddies is looking for that.
It's just Mario Golf. Really, no. I mean, to be fair, all the Mario trash, I won't touch with a 40-foot pole, but I will play some of the sports titles because they are actually interesting. I don't enjoy the Mario or Zelda franchises as a whole, though.
Yeah. I don't
If I want to chase pussy, I'll go outside.
What did he say?
Yeah, that one's been out for a while. I'll give you that. I'll give that one to you. That one's solid too. Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Are you looking to see if it has a digital port? Because it does.
No, I just want to take a look.
Oh.
Is this the only color y'all have? Or y'all looking at it?
I might have. Well, I've got another in here, so that is the only color that you have available to you.
Your best sound ever.
I appreciate it.
You don't want that Xbox music mixer, bro?
I'll find one for
Oh,
you.
you know what? That one I can pass today, man. It's just on my thing. See, that's what kind of beat.
I'll try
Like,
to
kind of like
look
holding
up,
it
see
down.
if you
Oh,
can
yeah.
Run since you wanted to see it run.
I was like, yeah, thank you.
Plus, I'll actually be more.
Yeah, I forgot they had one of those, if I'm being honest.
It's a party every week, baby.
Checked out and out of here. I know you got better shit to do.
That was
An experience.
yeah, that was an experience. It always is here. Like I don't know how much of it he was able to actually get on video. I'll find out when I actually sit down to edit this, and I'll try to adjust the volume so y'all can hear some of his crazy ramblings. But like he was shitting on so many games I picked up here and there and kind of mentioned, which I learned my lesson last time, because he kept, he would constantly pester you and ask you questions about it, which I don't mind, when people try to make a conversation with you. That's not an issue. Like we had a very friendly guy at Total Nostalgia or not Total Nostalgia, where were we? Gamers Paradise.
Yeah.
I had a very friendly guy at Gamers Paradise who was super cool to chat with and all that stuff, super friendly and nice. We got some of our conversations on footage with him, and but with him, it's just, he didn't care about anything unless it was obscure, but I had my list and I had sat there and looked at some of the more obscure titles, and so I think he was a little bit more pleased with what I was picking up here and there. But even still, like when I picked up that Mario Golf, I had to just ashamedly pretend that it wasn't for me. I mean, it's for me and my buddy Andy to play, but like fucking, it's a game I want to play. What does it matter? He could just be such a dickhead. And unfortunately, he didn't actually have that copy of Spider-Man Friend or Foe that we were looking for. So I had to go and find something else, which I found a complete copy of Demon Souls for like $18, which he actually didn't care about paying the $3 difference on, which was nice, but still. So what did you think of him, Cayden?
Well, I mean, at first I was a little impressed how much he actually knew.
Yeah.
And then he started calling Final Fantasy Final Fantasy, and that hurt me in my soul.
Yeah.
That's my favorite game. But I mean, like I said, impressive how much they have and how much he knows. But God, he's the most annoying person. And I thought Will was the most annoying person.
We love you, Will. I don't know if you're gonna even watch this video.
He's not.
He's not, but we love you anyways.
So before we get into the final pieces we got at Game Exchange, I actually ended up coming home and getting an item that I bought online from eBay that I bid for. I picked up this copy of the collector's edition of Dark Souls 2. I think it's super cool, and we're gonna go together and unbox it with us. So this here, I bid for it for like 50 bucks. He was asking for 70, and the reason I bid lower is just because it's not complete. Like, it's got the statue and the art book, but it does not have the game, which I actually ended up picking up while we were at Game Exchange. So that there is the art book. Very beautiful. Get to go over like a lot of the bosses, the NPCs, some weapon designs and stuff like that. It's super cool to get a look at that in the inside of it. Map of Drangleic, which is the whole area of the game. It's super beautiful, and it's a nice thin cloth. I don't know how I'm going to display that on the wall. We'll just kind of figure it out because I don't want to damage the piece. Maybe. That's kind of fun to edit out. And then we have here, I believe it's a Fahrenheit. I believe also in the listing, it said that one of these swords here, yeah, I can see it. So, if you notice here on the swords, and I'll try to get it close up of it, you have those end pieces like almost like a circular pendant. One of the pieces here is it's actually missing it, but that's not too, like you can see there that it's missing one of the end pendants, but that's not going to be too big a deal for me because I'm just pretty much going to like slot them in here, and you won't be able to see that from the back either way. Super cool, really detailed. Like, this is just such a badass piece, and this is like one of the actual like with the chibi ones, it's not that they're not licensed, because they clearly are so that they can do it, but it's like made by the company themselves, and they work with someone to get these pieces done. So this is super cool to add to the collection. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go over the games that we got here. So just to go ahead and get it out of the way, like I mentioned, they did not come with the game that actually comes with it, which what is different about this one is it's actually a full-fledged steelbook, which I'm trying to get all the steelbooks for the series. Now this one is complete, but I already own the Scholar of the First Sin for the 360 and the Xbox One, so I'm really just going to be setting it over here with the rest of the stuff. We picked up Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm picking up Metal Gear Solid 2 today. Again, I know there's a substance version that adds a little bit more, but I think I'm just going to stick with the originals for now and come back to it later if it ends up being a big deal. In our Total Nostalgia video, we picked up Half-Life for the PS2, which ended up being a little bit more higher dollar than most PS2 games are, and it was a great find. though I originally played the games on the PC and I wanted to give it a try in the consoles. This one here, I actually ended up picking up a copy of Half-Life 2 for the Xbox. I'm curious as to how this plays on the Xbox because it just plays so well and smoothly on PC, so we're going to give that a try and see how that does. So, in the video, we actually were trying to get a copy of the DS of Spider-Man Friend or Foe so that we could put it towards a later video that we're going to be working on where we go through all the Spider-Man games. That is in progress, by the way. We're starting to work on getting footage for the games right now. But he ended up actually not having it, so he's like, go pick out any game for like 15 bucks or so and we'll just do that, or we can get you a refund. And I was like, well, let me go look. And I actually ended up finding a copy of Demon Souls on the PS3. Now this is a beat up copy here with the case having some, and I'll show it here in a close up. The case here has some damage on top on the graphic and all that, or on the case itself and all that stuff. Really dinged up. The reason that I picked it up though is it's because it's got the original artwork and it is complete in box with the manual. And I actually did not have a complete in box copy. The only copy I have, I picked up because it was the only time I'd ever seen a copy. It has like reprinted artwork and it only has the game, it doesn't have a manual. So I'm pretty much gonna swap out the case for it. So from that store that was by appointment only, we got a copy of Mario Kart 7. I wanted to give this series a try because I like Naughty Dog, I love Crash Bandicoot, and I really enjoyed The Last of Us and Uncharted series. I really wanted to take a step back and see what else they had done, especially with their platformers and stuff, because Crash Bandicoot was just such a classic back in the day. And then the last thing I picked up for my collection was actually Resistance Fall of Man, which I've talked about this game before. You know, it's just a title made by Insomniac, but it's more, instead of like what they're used to with like the Spider-Man games you've seen in Ratchet & Clank, it's more like a first-person shooter game, and you're going up against these like aliens and all this stuff. So I figured it was a good price for it. They honored the sticker price, so I'd give it a try. Alright guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. We had some weird adventures the last two videos with crazy store owner, and honestly one of the worst experiences I've had in a store in a long time. But we're not gonna focus on that anymore. We're gonna get back to the positivity and what we're all about, which is about building this game room. Stay tuned next time as we find more great finds, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care and have a good one.